Burnley against Plymouth Argyle, Coca-Cola Championship game. Let's just whip through the sides for you. For Burnley, just that one change from Tuesday night. Russell Anderson comes in for Michael Duff, so it looks like this. We think 4-1-4-1. Brian Jensen in goal. Russell Anderson, Clarke, Carlisle, Stephen Cole and Krisztián Kalvenes in defence. Graham Alexander in that anchor role. Then right to left in midfield, Wade Elliott, Kevin McDonald, Chris McCann and Chris Eagles. Martin Paterson, 5 in 5 for Burnley now after that brace on Tuesday night. On the bench, Diego Penny, Joey Guðjónsson, Adi Akinbiyi, Alan Mahon and Robbie Blake. Remember, Chris McCann making his 100th league appearance for Burnley today at 21, one of the youngest players ever to do that. And Stephen Caldwell, the skipper, his 50th league appearance today. For Plymouth, quickly through their side, Graham Stack in goal, Carl Duguid, Krisztián, Timár, Marcel, Seip, Chris Barker at the back, Jason Puncheon, Simon Walton, Luke Summerfield, Chris Clarke in midfield, Stephen MacLean and Paul Gallagher, new signing, signed on loan from Blackburn this morning. Then on the bench, Rory, Fallon, James Mackie, Craig Noone, Craig Cathcart and Jim Paterson. The referees we mentioned, Michael Oliver, just 22, one of the youngest referees in the business, and we're just a minute or two away from kick-off. I think Burnley are going to defend the Jimmy Mack end in the first half, just about to go in their customary huddle, as do Plymouth, and just minutes away from kick-off. Big game, both sides need a win. Plymouth without a win in any form of football this season. Burnley those 2 Carling Cup wins, but just 1 point from 3 league games. We're almost ready to get underway. Good reception from the home crowd. Just maybe a couple of hundred Plymouth fans have made the long journey. And it's Plymouth that are going to get us underway, attacking right to left. So Burnley defending the Jimmy Mack end. And Michael Oliver, just have a look at his watch. Remember, Burnley unbeaten in 13 games against Plymouth here at Turf Moor. 10 wins, 3 draws. Got a great record, and they'll want to keep that going today. Here's Duguid. Ball forward from him. Header won easily by Cole. Anderson has gone to right back. We can see that immediately. Burnley will just need to clear the lines here. Keeper Brian Jensen out of his goal to collect this. And yeah, I think we've just about got the side right there, haven't we? It is Anderson at right back for Duff. Yeah, it is. Big lad as well, isn't he? Signed some big lads as the boss. Yeah, he's definitely at right back. It's going to be interesting. Big games in the Championship, aren't they, for one or two of these Scottish players coming down? They're not all big games up there, are they, week after week? But they are down here, and let's hope he settles in and does a job for Burnley. Fantastic player at Aberdeen, but I know your point. Perhaps the competition week in, week out's not the same. Eagles trying to battle away on that far side for possession. Kalvenes comes across to win it. Alexander back to Cole, digs out a ball, looking for Paterson. Took it down well, Paterson, under pressure. Looking for McCann. Easy clearance from Plymouth. Given away here by Alexander. Puncheon gets some ball on that far side, up against Kalvenes, and wins himself a throw. Just inside the Plymouth half, down the Argyle right. Here's Duguid with the ball. Left-footed this time. Looking for MacLean. Just jumped into his man. MacLean on Caldwell. It'll be a free kick to Burnley. Overall record here then, 13 wins for the Clarets, 7 draws, 5 wins for Plymouth. 35 goals for Burnley, 23 for Plymouth. Plymouth's last win here, January 1977. Since then, Burnley 13 unbeaten. Header won by Kalvenes. Clearance, comfortable clearance by Clarke. Burnley next to the ball with Carlisle. Eagles trying to flick it on for Paterson. It's Timár with the clearance. Got some distance on it. MacLean trying to win it. And just at the minute, Gallagher's taking a position up on the left-hand side. So I think it's almost a 5-man midfield for Plymouth, with Puncheon and Gallagher the wide men. Header one here by Timár. McCann in to win the next ball. Easy enough clearance from the Plymouth defence, but Caldwell will get this back to his keeper, Jensen. Yeah, it looks like 5 in midfield, doesn't it, for the visitors? Yeah, it does. I think that's probably the way they're going to do it. They're going to, as you said, they haven't done a lot league-wise and cup-wise, but they're going to be looking for something today from this game, and it's going to be an interesting game. First goal's going to be interesting. Important, isn't it, in the Championship? There's Gallagher. Ball back here to Barker. Punted forward. Gallagher will collect again. Helps it on to Barker, but there's cover. It's from Graham Alexander. Well, just his clearance goes out of play, so it will be a throw to the orange shirts of Plymouth Argyle. 5th season in this division. 2 promotions under Paul Sturrock. It's now his 2nd spell at home park. But a whole rake of players left the club since last season. Ebanks, Blake, Norris, Connolly, Almosi. There's no offside here. MacLean just getting behind the Burnley defence for the minute. Here's Gallagher. There's men in the box. Puncheon's one in there. Took a cross in there. Good header away by Caldwell. Had to win it. Made sure he did, to be fair. Ball forward once more for Puncheon. Turns inside. Nice skill. Gets a ball in. Cleared by Caldwell. Burnley just under pressure a little here. Puncheon leaves it for Duguid coming forward. Poor ball in. Cut out by Alexander. Here's Kalvenes to complete the clearance. It was a good header won by Caldwell. Dangerous header. Yeah, needed to. Good cross in. Nice bit of football there from Plymouth for a minute or so out of the far side. He had to get his head to that, he did, and cleared it well. Burnley with the ball on the far side, but they've got the likes of Gallagher who can cross the ball, they can score as well, and they've got to keep tabs on these sort of players today. Definitely, yeah. They've set themselves out to pack the midfield, I think, with MacLean the man furthest forward. Here's Carlisle, square for Caldwell. Thought he had a good game on Tuesday night. Helps it on to Kalvenes. Norwegian lays the ball forward. McCann trying to flick it on. Nearly caught in possession, Timár, but Duguid will get it back to his keeper, Graham Stack. Helps it on quickly. Helps it on to Seip. Marcel Seip scored in that 2-2 draw on the opening day of the season. Gallagher's done well to keep this in play, just by the corner flag. Tries to go inside Anderson, who's done well. Battled hard, win himself a throw. Not his natural position necessarily, but he stayed with his man. After a good first touch from Gallagher, Anderson dealt with it well. It's Anderson with the throw, just almost level with his own penalty area. Looks long towards McDonald, can't find him. Flick on here will find MacLean for the visitors. Burnley more work to do here. It's gone down the left-hand side. Gallagher just onside. It must have been close. 1 or 2 boos from the Burnley fans. Whips in across. I'm not sure all the Burnley fans will realise he's signed for Plymouth. It's been rushed through that much. Here's Krisztián Timár. Just gets it wide. Again, just helped through the middle for Simon Walton, the former Leeds player. Digs out a ball, looking for Gallagher. Gallagher helps it on, that's neat, but there's an offside flag this time against Gallagher. He can't believe it. Perhaps he was a little bit fortunate to get away with the one before. Yeah, I think he was. I don't like it when they boo players, though, because it spurs them on, doesn't it? We don't want that. He was a good enough player without that, but yeah, it was definitely offside there, but he was lucky just seconds before then. But let's get it up the other end, Phil. Yeah, Burnley need to get it on the deck, play some football. I thought Chris McCann was superb on Tuesday night. Burnley've got a break from midfield. Header one on that far side by Duguid. He's conceded the throw. Burnley wanting to take it quickly. Kalvenes with it, finds Alexander. Back to Krisztián Kalvenes. Here's Caldwell. Back to Clarke Carlisle. On in turn here for Russell Anderson. Anderson's got a man on him. We'll have to go back to Carlisle. And they're trying to settle into the game. Remember, drawn Fulham this morning in the 3rd round Carling Cup draw. We think that game will be Tuesday, 23rd of September, but we'll get that confirmed on the website. Here's Eagles, good ball, looking for McDonald. He won't reach it, but that was the right idea. It's a super effort from Chris Eagles. Just picked out his man, and he was a bit unfortunate. Yeah, good ball. You can see what he was thinking as soon as he got the ball. He got the ball from Kalvenes on the far side. He seems to have settled in well here at Turf Moor, but just need that bit of luck there from that through ball from Chris Eagles, and it would have been inch perfect. Just an extra foot on it, wasn't there? Just took it away from McDonald. But that's what McDonald and McCann have got to do. They've got to make those runs from centre midfield, with Alexander providing protection behind them. Carlisle wins the header just above MacLean. He'll win the next one as well. Taken down by Barker. Touched back by Clarke to Timár. Long ball from him, looking for Puncheon. Header won by Kalvenes. Needs to try and win the next ball. Puncheon gets it inside. Easy meet for Anderson though. Won it well. Played against his former club, of course. 14 games on loan at Plymouth last season. Here's Puncheon. Duguid's gone on the overlap. Here's Walton to pick up the ball in the centre. Looking to get a cross in. Jensen's coming for this and collects it. Easy enough take. Good cover from Anderson. He was tight on his man. And Jensen took it well. Big pump forward. I think Paterson might be offside here. But it's going to come through. He is offside. The linesman waited and waited until Paterson got close to the ball. But I thought that was the right decision. He was just marginally offside.
Yeah, it was. It's time they scrap that rule, Phil, isn't it? Let's make it more exciting. Let's get rid of it. It was offside, though.
Definitely. Here's Gallagher, looking to get a cross in, left-footed. Carlisle with the header away. Might come back from Walton. He's miscued, though. Chance for Anderson to take the ball down. He'll look long for Paterson. Not a bad effort. Seip got there first. It's with Timár. Hungarian centre-back. Picks out Gallagher once more. He's the out ball at the minute, but Burnley have dealt with it well. But no chance for Elliott to get on the end of that. And Barker's made a run forward as well. Here's MacLean. Gets it wide for Puncheon. Former Barnet winger. Started at MK Dons. Whips in across. It's not a bad ball. Gallagher's coming at the far post. Scoops his header well over the bar and wide as well. For the first attempt at goal, it's come from Plymouth. And Burnley going to have to watch Paul Gallagher, I think, Keith.
Yeah, I think they've been given instructions to give him the ball every time they can possibly do so, haven't they, in this first 5-6 minutes? But he could have scored there. Free header, but luckily for the Claret's way above anything that was going to be dangerous. But yeah, we've got to keep tabs on him this afternoon.
It was a very, very tight angle. It was getting tighter all the time. Throw to Burnley, halfway inside the Plymouth half, down the Burnley left. It'll be left for Krisztián Kalvenes in front of the Plymouth dugout. It's gone back here to skipper Caldwell. He knocks it square for Carlisle. Remember, Anderson in today at right back for Michael Duff. That's the only change in the 16 from that good win on Tuesday night. Alexander will come forward here. He's got McDonald wide. McDonald looking to take his man on, goes inside. Here's Chris McCann, touches it on to Anderson. Elliott's available, hooking this right wing. That's a good ball. Elliott will get there off McDonald. It's not his best cross. Cut out comfortably by Seip, who picks out Gallagher. Good move from Burnley, but Elliott maybe was looking to get a low cross in, and he didn't pick out a Burnley man, unfortunately.
No, first time Elliott's been involved really down this right-hand side, but got clean through there. Good ball, but just the wrong type of cross on that occasion. But we need to get Elliott involved because he could put some cracking crosses in, Phil.
Yeah, it was a lovely bit of play. McDonald waited and waited, and then found the right ball for Elliott to get beyond Barker. Here's Elliott once more, this time inside his own half. Just touches it on to Alexander, always available in that central midfield row. Overran it, Alexander. Will win the next ball, though. It's a good run from Graham Alexander. Might fancy a crack here. Hits it against the defender. It's a bit fortunate to keep the ball initially, but what a good run it was. Anderson just touches on to McDonald. Here's Paterson getting involved. McDonald once more has too much of Elliott on this occasion. But 1 or 2 hints there from Burnley of some much better play.
Yeah, last couple of minutes. 1 or 2 players involved there, Elliott especially, and McDonald. He's looking the part as well, moving the ball about well, but Alexander found himself on a great run there. Nearly gave the ball away twice, but finished up in the middle, ran forward and a shot that was blocked, but yeah, better from Burnley.
Alexander has got a dangerous shot. Just got past a couple of players. And his shot was blocked by the Plymouth defence. Burnley looking for their first home league win since the 29th of March. And we've had a big summer break in between. But Burnley desperate for the points. Square to Timár from Walton. He pumps this forward again, looking down this left-hand side, this time for Clarke. But Chris Clarke can't collect it. Former Aberdeen player, will know Russell Anderson well. And it's going to be Anderson with the throw. We've played 12 minutes, no score here. Burnley 0, Plymouth Argyle 0. And the ball's gone back here to Clarke. Carlisle pumps it forward, looking for Paterson. It's found McDonald. Did well to keep it down, McDonald. Look for Elliott, it's giving him a lot to do. It's cut out easily by Duguid. Good challenge from Kalvenes, but Duguid's ridden it and he's got Puncheon wide. Eagles getting back to just give some cover. Might have conceded a corner here. It is a corner, the first of the afternoon. All came about because of a stray pass from McDonald, cut out well by Duguid. And Burnley have got some defending to do. Danger men here. MacLean, Timár, Seip, I would imagine. It swung in towards the near post. It had her away. Still going to foul in there. And it's just well wide in the end. Not the best of shots from Summerfield. Tried to dig it out. Dragged it well wide. And Burnley would be thankful to survive that first corner, Keith.
Yeah, cleared it, and shots that came from it. Nothing to worry Brian Jensen, but as you said, it came from a miscued pass by McDonald. Could have been a great pass, that, couldn't it? If he could have just got it across to Eagles, I think he might have had a good run there on goal, but got to defend well, and they seem to be crossing the ball well, Plymouth.
Yeah, they've certainly set themselves up today a little bit differently. Paterson thought he was held, nothing given. Here's Puncheon inside his own half, comes away from Kalvenes just for the minute. Uses Marcel Seip. Seip's got Barker on his outside, looking long. MacLean will turn and chase. Is with Carlisle. Just needs to hold this up just for the minute, MacLean. Uses Clarke. Good ball in from Clarke. Cole with the header. Just outside the box, I think. Burnley got more defending to do here with Walton for Plymouth. Uses Clarke. Back to Barker, former QPR fullback. He uses Walton once more. Space down that right for Duguid. I think Plymouth have maybe started the better of the two. Here's Puncheon, trying to nip inside too, but Caldwell's on hand to collect the ball. Here's Alexander, just touches it back to Carlisle. Carlisle on in turn for McDonald. McDonald just steps away purposely. It's not the best of balls. Easily cut out by Summerfield. Here's Walton, on in turn for Seip. But they've just got to pick up men here and just make sure they ride the danger. Clarke just again back to Seip. Paterson will chase him. He'll have to turn back. Here's Krisztián, Timár. Hungarian centre-backs and so well at home park. Uses Duguid. Ball back inside once more for Walton. Touches it on, given away. Alexander tidies things up. Kalvenes to Eagles. Eagles just caught in possession. Away from Plymouth once more. It's with Clarke. Gallagher crying out for it down this left-hand side. Uses Barker. Coming up to the quarter-hour mark. No score. Scrappy start to the game, perhaps. McCann in strongly on Walton. The keeper stack out to tidy up. Here's Seip once more. Some steady play from Plymouth. Wide to Gallagher. Just inside the Burnley half. Anderson trying to nick it off him. He's done well. Did well, Russell Anderson. Gallagher chases back after it. But here's Alexander. Gave Anderson a bit to do. Alexander will tidy up once more. Uses Stephen Caldwell. Tidy stuff from Burnley now. Caldwell ball forward. Did that at the hand of Eagles? It did. Michael Oliver was on hand. Just bounced up. Instinctively put his hand out, I think, to stop it. That'll be a free kick to Plymouth. Just perhaps Plymouth have started the better of the two. I think
you're right there, yeah. They've had a couple of flurries forward, but they're moving it about well, Phil. You know, both left and right, and they can cross the ball. That's always a danger.
They'll only be looking to pressure the fullbacks, Duguid and Barker. Eagles and Elliott on that job. Won't reach that, Chris Barker. And that'll be a throw to Burnley, halfway inside their own half. Russell Anderson, signed on Tuesday, season-long loan from Sunderland, was at Plymouth last season. It's Anderson to take it. Finds Alexander, gets it back to Anderson here. Finds Caldwell. In a bit of space in his own half. He's going to look further forward, I think, here. Eagles available on the left-hand side. Here's Chris McCann, under pressure, had to ship it on to Alexander, gets it back, nice little run here from Chris McCann. Elliott's wide if he can use him. Here's McDonald, Kevin McDonald, space for Kalvenes wide if he can be spotted. Eagles touches on inside for Paterson. Paterson battling away. There's an infringement. It's a free kick just outside the box. It's a little bit of a soft one. And Burnley have got a free kick in a dangerous position just outside the box, and you think perhaps Chris Eagles will want to have a go here.
I would think so, yeah, just outside the box. Bit of a strange one that, wasn't it, but we'll take it. And interesting shooting range, isn't it?
Chance left hand side just outside the box, maybe only a couple of paces outside the box. The referee's going to want the wall back. McCann's in the middle, Caldwell's there, Anderson's there, Carlisle as well, but I think this will be a shot on target if he can get it there from Chris Eagles. Hits it well. It's a good save from Stack. Moving to his left hand side, Eagles curled it round the wall. Great contact, And that's a good save from Stack, moving to his left-hand side. And Burnley have got themselves a corner.
Phil, wasn't it? Top corner.
Stack was a good save. Here's Elliott, swings it away from the keeper. Good ball in, Caldwell with the header down. Did everything right, into the floor and over the bar. And that's better from Burnley. You know Eagles has got that bit of class, and he showed it with a free kick.
Yeah, he did. You could, you're funny feeling he was going to try that, and he did. And great save from Stack. It was top corner that, but following corner, just headed down, and too much on it there from Caldwell. But yeah, better from Burnley.
First effort on target comes from Burnley, from Chris Eagles. Big signing in the summer. And here's Jensen just to clear this off the floor. 18 minutes played, 0-0 here. Jensen with the kick, looking long towards Eagles. Can't win there. There was a hint of handball from Timár as he came across. That's a foul by Paterson on Karl Duguid. And that'll be a free kick to Argyle. There's a bit of needle in these games, isn't there? From the playoff semi-final, isn't it? And from the game in '98 when Waddle's side survived.
Yeah, it seems to be that. But I had a friend who sadly passed away last year, Jerry Ralphs, big Plymouth fan. I used to work with him, and he used to say he didn't mind Burnley beating Plymouth, but nobody else. But there's always a bit of needle there, as you said, going back properly to the playoff game.
One way, isn't it, to be tight rivals? Here's...
Fans don't forget, though, do they?
So, Alexander touches it back. There's no playing survivors from those days. I know Paul Wootton played in that '98 game. He left them playing for Southampton now in the Championship. Here's Kalvenes. It's going to use Caldwell once more inside the Burnley half. Patient stuff from the Clarets. Ball forward, picks out Chris McCann. Did well to take it down, turn. He's spotted Kalvenes on a run, I think. Might fancy a crack here. Does hit it, but well wide of the target. It's a corner. Got a deflection. Michael Oliver on hand to give the decision. 2 balls on the pitch. Wade Elliott will take his time because Clarke Carlisle's coming forward. Anderson in there as well. McDonald will join the fray, I would imagine. What arm up from Elliott? Let's see what he can do here. Swings it away from the keeper. Good delivery. Headed away. Eagles trying to get on the loose ball. Still might come for the taker, Elliott. Will do. See what Elliott can do here. Taking on his man. Whips in across, low and hard. Still bouncing around in there. Plymouth do get it away. Kalvenes, the last line of defence for Burnley. As everybody jogs back, he'll use Jensen. Get it back off the keeper. Kalvenes will look to pump this long, I think. Getting it back to his left back berth. Sort of breaking the passage of play. Sun comes out at Turf Moor. Kalvenes, long ball, looking for Paterson. He'll run his socks off, but he won't get there. And that'll go behind for a goal kick. Just not quite made the most of those corners.
No, I'm sure we will. We're getting there. They've been better the last 5-6 minutes, Burnley. I think we've evened it off now, so it's both sides equal, I think, at the moment. But although we've tested the goalkeeper more than Plymouth have in these early minutes of the game. But 1 or 2 stray passes doesn't help, does it, when you're giving the ball away from time to time? But let's just concentrate and let's get Elliott and Eagles involved.
Key, I think, for me. It was a poor kick from Stack, but Plymouth have just about dealt with it. Carlisle with the header forward, touched on by Eagles. Paterson trying to get it forward again for Eagles. It's cleared comfortably in the end by Duguid, but here's Alexander battling away inside from McDonald. Back to Carlisle. Burnley looking to build. Here's McCann, 100th appearance today. Ball forward, 100th league appearance. Too high for Paterson, through to the keeper. Big kick here now from Stack, looking for Gallagher. Anderson has it covered. It's a good header from the Scottish international. Walton helps it on. Next header won by McCann, but he needs to get the ball down, I think. Walton will touch it back to his keeper. It's a great achievement from McCann. 100th league appearance today. Just turned 21. I was having a look back. Kingdon, Thomas and James were earlier. There's not too many more. Free kick here for Plymouth, just inside the Burnley half. Walton takes it quickly, picks out MacLean, just trying to touch it back on. There's an infringement here by McCann. The referee wants a word. I think he was just tugging Summerfield back. And that'll be a free kick to Plymouth. This is, what, 35 yards from goal. Right side of centre. And they'll try and make this dangerous. Summerfield and Puncheon over the ball. Jason Puncheon might have a crack here. on the crossbar challenge on Soccer AM this morning. It was Barker. Yeah, well, as Barker hit, nobody else did. Here's Puncheon though, see what he can do from this range. Hits it well. Jensen got his body behind it. Left-footed Puncheon, but plays it exclusively on the right wing. Got some good movement on the ball, good swerve, but Jensen always behind it. It lacked the power really to get past the keeper. Jensen will kick this off the floor halfway through the first half. Burnley 0, Plymouth Argyle 0. Jensen pumps the ball forward. Header won by Timár. It's an impressive centre-back. Kalvenes wins the next ball. Another throw to Plymouth. Cries of get it on the floor just in front of us, and that's what Burnley do need to try and do.
Yeah, it's been in the air a lot, hasn't it? We want it down, and one-touch football. Burnley are good at that. Let's see a bit of that this afternoon.
Puncheon gets a touch on that. Here's Clarke. Back to Marcel Seip. Clarke will get this again and help it on. Chance to get a ball in perhaps for Barker. The cover got back very quickly through Elliott. Clarke helps it on. Summerfield mishit. McCann at full stretch to try and reach it. Breaks on the far side for Duguid. On to Puncheon. Back to the former Colchester man again. Square for Seip. Certainly Plymouth have had a good first 20 minutes or so. They've settled well into the game. Not offering a great deal in attack, it must be said, but certainly looking comfortable in possession. Forward again it comes from Timár. Summerfield. Go all the way back to his keeper, Graham Stack. Stack will get some power on this. Right-footed kick, looking for MacLean through the middle. He was pushing into Clarke Carlisle, and that's a Burnley free kick. Remember, the Clarets have got a 2-week break after today. Next opponents are Nottingham Forest away from home on the 13th of September, Saturday the 13th of September. Next home game the following Tuesday here against Blackpool. Here's Chris McCann. Kalvenes wide if he wants to use him. Touches it on to Caldwell. Caldwell coming forward to try and support the attack. Here's Eagles, good dummy. Finds Paterson. Nearly left the ball behind. Elliott desperate for it down this right-hand side. Won't reach that. Barker to it first. Here's Gallagher. Signed this morning for Plymouth. Runs into trouble. It's come off McDonald. And that'll be a throw to the Pilgrims. Boos for Gallagher. I think the crowd waking up to realise who he is now. With the loan signing, you can make a loan signing on the morning of a game. Gallagher has joined Plymouth. It's gone down that right-hand side for Duguid. Ball forward from him. Easy enough for Caldwell to deal with. Last line of defence for the moment. Uses Alexander. But he's just not ticking in midfield yet. Here's Alexander. Just helped it on to Anderson. Played it right back today. Here's Elliott. Wade Elliott. Ball inside. Will it find McDonald? He'll have to stretch to get there. Does well. Big frame just helped him, I think. Here's Burnley once more with McCann. Looking for a 1-2 between him and Paterson. There's cover here, though, from Barker. Digs the ball out. Concedes the throw. That's when Burnley looks strong, with McCann buzzing through the middle. Might fancy this on the volley. Hits it well. Good save from Stack. It's a super throw from Elliott. Hits it really well, did McCann. Moving away from Stack, who's made another fine save, moving to his right-hand side. Burnley unfortunate not to grab the lead there. It's a good effort from McCann on his 100th league appearance. That's what Chris McCann does well. He hits the ball so well with that left foot.
Yeah, those things seem to be happening this afternoon, but he gets the ball. He's been involved last 5-6 minutes and things have happened. It could have been goal bound. It was a good save from Stack, but I think he might have lobbed him there, but have been 1-0 to the good. But yeah, great throw and a good shot there from 100 game man, isn't he now?
Pictures of Micah Hyde. It was a similar sort of position. I think Hyde hit it a little bit better than Chris McCann. That goal, of course, at Ewood in the FA Cup a few seasons ago. Carlisle for Elliott. Elliott touching it back from McDonald. Gave him a lot to do, but he won the ball. My word, he's strong in the tackle. Here's Alexander. Picks out Anderson. Touches it back to Alexander. Alexander will come back inside, I think, here for his skipper Caldwell. Burnley maybe had the better chances. Certainly two fine saves from Stack. Given away is it by Anderson, but McDonald on hand to tidy up. Nick it off Clarke. Some good work to do here for Carlisle. Rolled the challenge well. Back here for Caldwell. The crowd not happy that Carlisle went back to his skipper instead of continued his run forward. Eagles has won himself a throw on that far side. He's a patient build-up, and the crowd, I think, as well have to be a little patient.
Yeah, they have. They're on the back straight away, aren't they? But let's just play it around there. The Plymouth are playing it around and getting forward. Let's do the same, and let's get the ball out to Eagles. He was free a couple of minutes ago, but let's get the ball to him.
Yeah, here's Anderson. Just touches it on to Paterson. Not been involved enough in the game. Here's Elliott, not of his own doing, because I don't think Burnley found him with the right pass yet. Here's Caldwell, space on that far side for Eagles. Burnley have got to try and find Eagles in that situation. On to Kalvenes, did well to keep the ball, looking to take on the defender. It's come off Kalvenes. That'll be a throw to Plymouth. We mentioned in the game against Ipswich, Eagles is crying out for the balls at times and not getting it.
No, I don't think they've just got used to him, have they yet? But you've got a class act out there. Get the ball to him. Let's see what he can do, because I'm sure he can turn some magic on for us here at Turf Moor.
On cue, feeds Kalvenes with the ball. Here's McCann, tried to help it onto Paterson. Cut out well by Timár. Here's McDonald.
McDonald, he's playing very well, isn't he?
Lad, he's just so difficult to knock off the ball. He's big and strong. Yeah, what is he, 19? Already a Scottish under-21 international. Eagles asked a lot of Paterson there. Here's MacLean. Ball back to right back Karl Duguid, skipper. Joined from Colchester in the summer. Uses Puncheon. Puncheon tidy enough, gets it back to Walton. Walton looking to dig one out here for Gallagher. This will be Anderson's ball. He'll leave it for his keeper. Nice and sensible from the Scot. And it's rolled out to Stephen Cole. 0-0 here. 17 minutes to go in this first half. Caldwell square for Carlisle. Carlisle will have a look up. Use Caldwell once more. Burnley had the best two chances through Eagles. His free kick, and then Chris McCann. That's a half volley from the throw. 0-0 it is. Here's Summerfield. Gets it wide for Puncheon. There's two in the box here, Gallagher and MacLean. If Puncheon can find him, is he running to Alexander? He's still got possession. He's going to come back here, though, to Chris McCann. Son comes out, picks out Eagles. Nice ball. Paterson to his left. Elliott to his right. See what Eagles can do here. He'll use Paterson. Elliott will get in the middle. Eagles needs to get in the middle as well. What's the ball back, I think, from Paterson? Paterson on a good run here. That's a shot, got deflected. Wide of the target. Came off a Plymouth man. And that must have been close.
Yeah, nice play there. Chris Eagles got the ball from McCann, pushed forward, played it out there. Paterson right on the line, brought it in, beat his man, beat another man's shot, and it clipped somebody's back, didn't it? It's out for a corner, but yeah, very close to a first goal there for Burnley.
I don't know if it had gone in without the deflection. Here's Elliott, one arm aloft, got to get it away from the keeper, does do. It's gone in deep towards Caldwell. Can't win the header at the far post. Who's it come off? It's come off Caldwell.
Caldwell had a header down from a corner a little earlier on, but yeah, we've had the better chances.
Yeah, 2-week break after today. Forest away, 2 weeks today, the next fixture. Seip wins the header. It's going back from Walton to his keeper. Samuel Walton, still only 20, played for Leeds as a 16-year-old. Had one or two clubs since, but settling down again in the West Country. Ball forward. Carlisle and MacLean battling. It's gone against Carlisle. In fact, it's gone against MacLean. The referee looked like it was pointing in the direction of the Burnley goal. Burnley's free kick it is. 15 minutes left in this first half. Interesting game, but devoid of excitement in lots of ways. Here's Caldwell. Ball inside for Chris McCann. He's been busy again. Seen a lot of the ball. Finds Paterson. Paterson will look wide here for Elliott. Elliott's done well to collect that first time. Looking to tease the defender. Can he whip in across? Has he got support? Gets a ball in. Seip with the header away. Elliott will pick up the loose ball. Here's Anderson giving him some support. Ball inside here for Alexander. Alexander will have a look to get a crossing. Oh, it's a good ball looking for McCann, who's offside. The flag had gone up. I just think it's wonder if it's worth Alexander having a crack from 30 yards. You know what he's like.
I know, yeah. Well, now he can do it. He doesn't seem to want to, does he, sometimes? You think he's going to hit this, but he crossed there. But, yeah, take it forward another yard, Graham, and just hammer it. And you never know, because the way these balls fly through the air, it could finish up anywhere. Back of the net, preferably.
Parry off the keeper creates opportunities, doesn't it?
From the McCann shot that went out for a corner, you know, it can clip somebody and get a corner where, you know, normally you'd be in the midfield position, but let's try from...
Foul here by Carlisle on MacLean. The ball had ballooned up and Carlisle was desperate to get on the end of it. I think just caught the back of the head of Stephen MacLean. Free kick then for Plymouth. Dangerous spot. I think Gallagher might fancy this. It's left of centre, 30 yards from goal. Jensen's got to get his wall lined up here. Certainly think Gallagher might fancy it. Don't know if he's trained with the lads yet. Played against Burnley a few times.
But it's been a short trip for Paul Gallagher today compared to the Plymouth players.
He's up there, I think might have been the message. I think he's going to hit this. The wall will have to go back a yard or two. It's a softish sort of free kick. A chance here for the Orange of Plymouth. I think Gallagher's going to hit it. They've just changed the direction of it a little bit to get it more central. There's two men just in front of the ball. Touched on, it's MacLean with the shot. It's a good effort, and Jensen just poured it away for a throw in the end. Got there. I think he was deceived like we were, thinking Gallagher was going to hit it.
Yeah, it didn't look like he got a lot on that shot either, did he? But he saved it of a sort there, Ryan. Yeah, it's gone out for a throw-in, but a strange one that. We thought Gallagher was going to be the man behind it, but he wasn't on that occasion.
But got there, that's the main thing. Throw to the visitors. Barker will get this back, but well cut out by Elliott. Concedes the throw again, though. 12 minutes to half-time. Burnley 0, Plymouth Argyle 0. Burnley have won the last 6 here against today's opponents. It's back with Barker, pumps the ball forward. Anderson had to win the header. Alexander hooks it on, finds Paterson. Paterson, nice touch, finds Elliott. Eagles is further forward. If McCann can find him, he's looking for Kalvenes. Good break from Burnley, this. Paterson needs to get in the middle. Here's Eagles under pressure. He's to hold on to possession in that situation. Couldn't do on that occasion. I think Plymouth realised they had to get in quickly, and Timár won the challenge. Duguid with the ball forward, punching just through the legs of Kalvenes. There's cover though from Caldwell. He clips the ball forward. Walton under pressure goes back to his keeper. Stack will clear this right-footed. Looking for MacLean through the middle. Former Glasgow Rangers player. Oh, it might still bounce for him. Plymouth thought they had a free kick there. I think in the end MacLean did catch Clarke Carlisle. Kalvenes hits it against his man, and that'll be a goal kick. Just one or two worries, isn't there? If MacLean looks a dangerous player and Gallagher wide on the left.
Yeah, they got the players there that can cause the damage, and I think we've done well in this first half just to keep on top of them. But we've got to do that second half. I think we need a goal, though. We need a goal for Burnley, and I think this first goal, we've seen this before here, haven't we, where it's sort of stalemate and then the opposing team break away and score. We don't want that to happen. Let's get a goal. Let's get on the goal sheet.
Free kick taken by Alexander. Paterson miskicked it. There's half a chance for him. It bounced inside the box. Didn't connect properly right-footed. It was a lovely free kick. Nicely taken by Alexander. Kalvenes wins this next ball. Nice ball from Eagles. Kalvenes continued his run, but McDonald was just dispossessed by a glorious challenge from Timár. Burnley got the free kick. Down that left-hand side. Chance for Carlisle to jog forward. Be great to get a goal at this stage for Burnley.
Perfect timing, yeah, if they could just get it in the back of that net. They've had the better of the second half of this first half for Burnley. They've had the better chances. Let's just hope we can make it pay and get a goal, nick a goal here.
There's Eagles with the free kick. Left side of the outside the box. Ball in, header wide of the target. Just stretching for it. And that's gone behind. And it was skipper Stephen Caldwell just at full stretch. There was a man behind him. Might have been better just leaving that.
Yeah, maybe. He wasn't far wide, was he there? Yeah, another fault. Might have been a goal to the good there, but yeah, you never know, do you? Should he have left it? But if he doesn't shout, he doesn't know, does he? It could have been a defender behind him, but good effort. Another chance for the Clarets, Phil.
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, just waiting for the action replay on the big screen. Header won by Carlisle into MacLean. Come away with it. Just showing Paterson's missed kick. Paterson will be disappointed, maybe he didn't do better. It's with Gallagher down this left-hand side. Chris Clarke's with him. Burnley under pressure a little here. MacLean up against Caldwell. He's done well to get it wide for Duguid. He'll come forward at every opportunity, uses Puncheon. Puncheon down that right-hand side. Can he get a cross in? Looking to try and tease Kalvenes. Swings one in towards the far post. Clarke gets there, but only hooks it back. Barker will do well to keep it in play, and he's done it for the benefit of Wade Elliott, who chips it out of play for a Plymouth throw. With 7.5 minutes left to go in this first half. It's 0-0. And here's Barker with the throw. Wants options, and not really getting him at the minute. Clarke trying to offer himself. Gallagher wants it. Gets it down this left-hand side. Back with Barker. Puts a cross in. Dangerous one. Summerfield can't reach it. Puncheon will collect with Summerfield alongside him. Good challenge from Kalvenes. Concedes the throw. Plymouth having one of their better spells here. 0-0 it is, but Plymouth just for the minute camped in the Burnley half. Let's just see what they can do here. It's back with Puncheon. No, Burnley have nicked it off him. And Chris McCann's done well. Ball inside for Eagles. Eagles need support. He's lost it, I think. He's going to win it back though. Good skill in the end. Wins himself a throw. I think there might have been a handball in there as well. Just battle back, doesn't he, Chris Eagles? That's impressive with him.
Yeah, as soon as he gets the ball, though, he's got players on him, hasn't he? They know it.
Here's Paterson, just trying to battle with two. McDonald helps it on to Eagles. Eagles finds Paterson again. I think Elliott needs to get this ball here on the right wing. Does do. Let's see what he can do. Tees the fullback, puts a cross in. It's the keeper's. Easy enough for the keeper. Sometimes Burnley do miss a big man in the middle when Elliott's got the ball down the right wing.
Yeah, it's crying out for somebody to be on the end of it. He put some great crosses in, but just going back to Chris Eagles, Phil, every time he gets the ball, there's a man on him, isn't there, straight away, so they know he's a danger. Like the old days when Leighton James got the ball, 2-3 players on him.
It's the tactic, isn't it? Close him out, I think. Here's Carlisle. Burnley had a free kick there. MacLean just leaning into Caldwell. Ball forward from Carlisle. This will be the keepers. Just bounces, zips off the turf as well. Easy one for Stack to collect. And he'll get it back here. Marcel Seip will get it back. Square again for Timár. Paul Sturrock will be happy with the way Plymouth have defended. They've had a fantastic season, really, so far. Lost to Swansea at home last week. 2-0 away at Reading, 2-0 away at Luton, and that 2-2 draw at home against Wolves. So they've conceded goals in every match. Header won here by McCann. His Eagles just wouldn't settle for him as he tried to break forward. Here's Caldwell. Caldwell looking for Elliott, giving Elliott a lot to do, and that'll be a throw to Plymouth just inside their own half. 6 minutes to half time. Burnley just defending this throw for the minute. It's with Chris Barker. It's gone back to Marcel Seip. Marcel Seip will look to lay this cross now to Krisztián Timár. Back in the side after injury. Helps it on. Duguid. Back again in turn to Timár. Burnley got a battle to win possession on the halfway line. McCann just hoists it forward. Easy enough though for the Hungarian at the back. Ball inside, not his best, but Seip will get there comfortably. Square once more for Barker. It's got an early season feel to it. The Suns managed to get out once or twice. Barker once more back to Timár. Ball forward immediately from Timár, but it's well covered by Kalvenes, having a good game. Burnley have got a throw on that far side. Impressed with Krisztián Kalvenes so far, Keith?
Yeah, he's had a good game. Looks apart, doesn't he? He's won most of the balls he's gone for. Impressed with him. Impressed with McDonald as well. He's had a good first half, and we just need to concentrate, keep concentrating second half, and nick this first goal, and then you never know what will follow that. But even first half, I think maybe Burnley's just slightly edged it towards the end of the first half.
Burnley perhaps had the better chances, as you say. Here's Clarke Carlisle coming forward, looking to try and get a 1-2 going here with Paterson. Patterson's done well. I was thinking about a shot from a good 30 yards, and that wasn't going to work out. Infringement here by Alexander on his man. Free kick to Plymouth. Carlisle jogging back. Helped on by Duguid. Finds Puncheon. Puncheon inside here for Walton. One or two fans leaving for the half-time pie and Bovril a little early, but there is, 4 minutes to go till the end of the 45. It's with Timár. He's going to look long here, I think, for Gallagher through the middle this time. Header won, though, by Burnley, by Caldwell. Nice ball forward, looking for Eagles. The keeper's going to get here, though. He's just the favourite. McCann to try and win the next ball, and that's just run out of play on that far side. It was a matter of inches. Stack got there just ahead of Eagles.
Yeah, he set after Chris Eagles with his hand in the air, and thankfully they gave him the ball, inch perfect, but just not well on that occasion. Stack beat him to it, but next time I think he might get there. He's up for it, isn't he, Chris Eagles?
Very close one. It's just bounced off Alexander's shin. Some possession for MacLean. Summerfield turn one way, then the other. Son of former Plymouth player Kevin Summerfield. It's with Barker down the left-hand side. Barker has a look. There's an offside here. It wasn't close. Chris Clarke just strayed a yard or two offside. And Burnley have got themselves a free kick. 3 minutes to half-time. Anderson takes it quickly. Finds Alexander. The referee not happy because it wasn't from the right spot. I do wonder sometimes if referees are a little bit too pernickety in that situation. The crowd have come here to watch football, and just let's get on with it. Don't think there's any real advantage there. Here's Caldwell. He's going to look forward here towards Paterson. Paterson having to come for the ball. It's back with Caldwell once more. Kalvenes with a run down that left-hand side. Puncheon trying to cover it. Puncheon's done well in the end, just to try and see Kalvenes off. Bit of pushing, I think, from the Norwegian. That's gone the way of Plymouth. A bit of stop-start game in a way, isn't it? A lot of infringements.
No, it doesn't take much contact these days for a free kick to be given, does it? But I couldn't see much wrong with that one. He went for the ball, but free kick for Plymouth. But yeah, he's had a great first half, Kalvenes. Impressed with him.
He's coming forward as well. Looks solid. Stack, I think, got the free kick. Former Arsenal and Millwall keeper. And Stack will kick this right-footed. Target will be MacLean, I would imagine. Carlisle wins it, heads it against MacLean. Kalvenes in to win the next ball. Eagles helps it on. Here's Paterson. Go through the Burnley subs for you. Penny, Guðjónsson, Akinbiyi, Mahon and Blake. Well, that's a strong challenge from Barker and Elliott, but he rolled it well. Here's McDonald. Can he get a ball in? Making progress down this right-hand side. Has he won a corner? No, Clarke's just prevented it going out for the corner. It's a throw. Credit Wade Elliott there, he got himself up. It was perhaps a missed time challenge.
I think if McDonald hadn't got the ball, he'd have blown for a free kick, but clipped Wade Elliott. But he likes going forward, McDonald, doesn't he? That's what we want.
Definitely, yeah. Here's Anderson, helps it on to McDonald, big and strong. Tried to shrug his man off. His man's gone down injured. I think McDonald thought he was fouled. There won't be many players argue with Kevin McDonald. He's a massive lad, isn't he?
He certainly is. 19 as well. Wait till he fills out, Phil. No, he's had a great first half, and I wouldn't like to argue with him. But
big lad.
Players who like to go forward, and in this first half, that's what he's done himself. Kalvenes and Chris Eagles had a few flurries as well. Wade Elliott's been a bit quiet, but let's get him in second half. Let's get him in the game more.
Paterson, I don't think, seen enough of the ball either. It's a slip on that far side, and Burnley will benefit. Here's Eagles making progress. Fancies a crack here, perhaps Eagles. Dragged it wide. Well, it's a save in the end from Stack to his right-hand side. Didn't get any power in it, Eagles. Comfortable save for Stack, but another shot on target for Burnley. Has got power in that right foot. We didn't see it there, though.
No. Worth a try. You never know, as we said earlier on, but yeah, you've got to put a bit of power behind them. They're very light balls, aren't they, these? So you don't need to put much on them to make them move a bit.
Header won by Elliott, been out of play. We're coming up to the 45. No trainers have been on, I don't think, so I think we'll just have a minute probably of time added on. And on cue, the fourth official raises the board with 1 minute on it. Ball in from Barker. Carlisle deals with it. See if Burnley can have attack late on in the game. Dispossess McCann. Here's Summerfield making progress. Clips it forward from MacLean. Here's Clarke, wide for Gallagher. We know he's dangerous in these situations. Tries to goes past Anderson. Gets a crossing left-footed. It's a good header from Kalvenes. Just as Summerfield looked like he was heading goalwards. The full-back did really well. Here's Puncheon looking to take on Kalvenes. He skipped past him, puts the ball in. It's behind him. There's a chance here. And wide of the target. I thought Gallagher would score there. Right foot on his debut. Wide of the target. Clipped back for him. I don't think that was the intention from Puncheon. But what a chance for Plymouth right at the end.
I thought it was in, Phil, I'll be honest with you. I think everybody did, including Brian Jensen. Great play there. Found himself with a free shot on goal. Tried to curl it in at the far post. Not much wide on that occasion, but a bit of luck there for Burnley. That's what we needed, and we got it right at the end of the first half.
That's kick of the half. It's 0-0 at half-time. Chances for Burnley on 17 minutes. Eagles free kick, well saved by Graham Stack on 26 minutes. Quick throw from Wade Elliott. There was McCann, left foot shot, saved by Stack, diving to his right-hand side. 3 minutes later, Paterson cut inside. Right foot effort deflected for a corner. Burnley preparing to make a change. We're going to see Robbie Blake in this second half. Let's see who's replaced. I think it's McDonald. So Blake on, McDonald off. I assume that's an injury.
He had a good first half, McDonald, didn't he? So maybe he's got a slight injury there, but it's nice to see Robbie Blake on. He can make things happen, Blake, can't he, for Burnley? And I think that's what we just missed in that first half. Just somebody to just do that bit extra. Bit of something different, and spur Burnley for this first goal, but I was impressed with McDonald first half. Good first half.
Burnley will go 4-4-2 here. We just need to see how this pans out. But McDonald's done well. Maybe just picked up a knock in that first half. Just a false start. Plymouth attacker Stephen MacLean got too far forward before the kick-off was made, and we are underway. Here's Blake, first touch, gets it wide for Elliott. Needs a goal, Robbie Blake. Make it 15 league and cup without a goal. He's been dispossessed. Anderson's won the throw. Had a good half, Anderson, didn't he? Without taking the limelight, had a good half.
He did, yeah, settled in well. Looked like he'd been there for weeks, but yeah, good first half. They all did. First half just needed that bit of something different to create a goal. We had plenty of chances, but nothing really that had back of the net written on it, Phil.
I think Blake playing ahead of the midfield. Alexander now just pushed in alongside McCann, so it's more now 4-4-1-1, if you will. But Burnley will attack the second half, I think. They'll see it as an opportunity to try and get at Plymouth a little bit more. It's Owen Coyle's style. Here's Kalvenes. Looking long, nice touch from Blake, touches it back to Eagles, that's nice. Eagles will have a shot, he skied it, but worth an effort. The hospitality areas in the middle of the Jimmy Mack end. But that was a nice layoff from Blake.
Great play, yeah, that's what he's good at, isn't it? And yeah, Eagles, maybe he could have carried that forward a bit further, Phil. But he hit it first time and way back. Chance then, first chance of the second half going to the Clarets.
Definitely, yeah.
Chris Eagles, I think he'll get one goal. I think you'll see a lot of goals from him. Class player.
Paterson's done fantastic at the start of the season. There's players sprinkled around the team that need a goal. Blake, Eagles, Akinbiyi, who's probably been mainly on the bench, of course, but just need a goal or two just to lift
this Burnley team, isn't there, when you look at it?
Plymouth on the attack down their left-hand side. Ball forward, flicked on. Burnley have cut it out well through Chris McCann. Here's Eagles, making progress into the Plymouth half, touches it onto Elliott, wanted it back, but Elliott's won a throw. I think this might be left for Anderson. Oh, it's come back to Anderson, in fact. Arms aloft from Stephen Caldwell, ball in, looking for Blake, he won't win that. Timár, always the favourite. McCann wins the next though. Here's Paterson, shifts it onto Eagles. Eagles looking for Paterson, that's nice play. Paterson looking to have a shot, the defender just waiting for that to go out. It's not a corner now, the referee's blown up for a free kick. He's saying Blake caught the back of the legs of the defender, and I think Blake was just forcing him to play the ball, actually. Yeah,
well, it looked like that's what it looked like he was doing, but for a referee's given a free kick to Plymouth. Nice play there from Burnley though, good ball across, wasn't it? Just crying for somebody to be on the end of that one.
Blake having a word with Michael Oliver, some years his junior, just to say, look, I'm just trying to force the defender to play the ball, that was all. Carlisle battling away to win it. Here's Blake, he'll have to get involved in midfield, I think, in this role. Takes the free kick quickly, looking for Elliott, but I think Barker's always the favourite. Touches it back to his keeper. Stack didn't look comfortable because he had to turn round it and get it on his right foot. 3 minutes played in the second half.
To say, why have you given it back to me, the goalkeeper? No.
That was the thing there. Here's Carlisle. On to Caldwell. Thought those two played well on Tuesday night against Oldham. Potentially a banana skin, and Burnley did well. Here's Eagles, looking to turn inside his man. He's up against two, and Eagles has done well. Needs support now, gets it from Alexander, clips the ball forward, finds Paterson in space. Kalvenes needs to continue his run, encouraged to do so. Kalvenes has a look to get a ball in here. He's miscued it, I think. Might still get another chance. It's cleared by Duguid. Wasn't his best cross. He did well, got deep, got to the byline, and just scuffed it along the ground, I think, in the end. Nice ball wide for Kalvenes, but it won't quite reach that. And that'll be a throw to Plymouth. Looks a real player going forward, doesn't he, Krisztián Kalvenes?
Yeah, he does. He looks the part. I like that type of player, willing to go forward, and just not the cross we wanted from him on that occasion, but nice play from Burnley again in the opening few minutes of this second half.
It'll be a throw to the visitors, Plymouth. We've played 49 minutes. Burnley 0, Plymouth 0. Live action from Turf Moor. Burnley need to get their first win of the 08-09 season. Of course, Plymouth need theirs as well. Here's Timár. Hits it against Blake. It's a leaner, fitter Robbie Blake. He blocked that clearance. Throw to Plymouth. Michael Oliver just insisting Duguid gets back. what, 4 or 5 yards, in fact, in the end, former Colchester man. Blake's just, I think, sitting on Simon Walton. It's an advanced midfield role, isn't it, for Robbie Blake?
Yeah, it is. And it's just good to see him on because, you know, things happen when Robbie Blake's got the ball, and in these first few minutes of the second half, things have been happening.
Eagles just crowded out by Duguid, but Eagles battle back. I think Puncheon caught Kalvenes, but it's a throw anyway. Here's Caldwell. Square for Carlisle. I think Owen Carl will be certainly happier with his defence. It's, 2.5 games now since Burnley conceded. He'll want that to remain like that. Blake's run into trouble here, though, against Summerfield, taking a man on just inside the Plymouth half. It's given Burnley some worries at the back. Here's Summerfield. On to Walton. Space down that left-hand side for Barker to collect. His first touch wasn't his best, but he'll collect it nonetheless. Back inside for Gallagher. Busy player, keen to do well today. Born in the Blackburn area, of course, though he has represented Scotland at full international level. Not his best pass. Anderson done well to collect it. Will clear it long, but given away. Chance for Gallagher to progress again here. He's making progress towards the Burnley back line. Cut out by Caldwell. Touch on here to McCann. McCann's got options ahead of him. And bombing on down that right-hand side is Elliott. Wanted the ball. McCann intent on a run himself, and he's run into trouble here, has he? Given the ball away. Walton comes away with it. He had options. Elliott was screaming for the ball down the right-hand side. But one of Chris McCann's strengths is his power in the run. Lost out on that occasion. 6 minutes played in this second half. A new tempo to the game perhaps in this second half, but it's still 0-0. Seip will lay this forward. MacLean will try and get there. It's good work from Caldwell. Made sure he got there, the skipper. Here's Carlisle for Alexander. Go back again to Carlisle. Burnley need a bit of width down the left-hand side. Eagles looking to get through the middle here. Hasn't won it against Seip. And Seip's gone forward. Here's Clarke. Touch on to Gallagher. Good challenge from Anderson. Looks a good tackler, doesn't he, Russell Anderson? Consider the throw.
Yeah, good tackle. Not for the first time this afternoon. Yeah, great play there on the far side. Eagles just lost the ball, didn't he? Just prior to that.
Yeah, you've got to get possession is precious, I think. Got fantastic feet as Chris Eagles. Just got to keep hold of that ball. He's won himself a throw just in front of the Plymouth dugout. The crowd just quieting down for a minute or two. Here's Elliott. Here's Caldwell. Bring it forward, the skipper. What's Kalvenes maybe to just push on down this left-hand side if he can. Looking for Eagles. Can't just find its target. And Burnley have got to keep possession. Seip coming away with it once more. Looking to dig one out, but Kalvenes providing cover. Gets it back to Jensen, who claps him enthusiastically. He's going to get it forward, I think, now. Jensen. Kick long, I think. Target this time is Eagles. I'm not sure he was going to keep that in play. Duguid elected to head it out. Throw from Eagles, finds Paterson, chest down, can't find McCann, but he'll win it back, Paterson, illegally according to the referee, Mr. Oliver. And that's a free kick to the orange shirts of Plymouth. Remaining on the bench for Burnley, Diego Penny, Guðjónsson, Akinbiyi, Mahon. His Stack with the free kick, pumps it forward. Gallagher's okay. There were appeals for offside, but he's fine. Anderson trying to nick it off him. Gallagher's on the run here. Anderson has nicked it off him. It's good play from Burnley. There's Alexander once more. Touches it back to Elliott. Elliott on a run in his own half. That's dangerous, but he's kept hold of possession. Still under pressure. Back inside for his skipper, Caldwell. On in turn for Carlisle. The crowd want Burnley to go forward more. It's not easy necessarily because Plymouth have got the bodies in midfield. Can Elliott win that? He can't. It's cleared by Barker. It's becoming a frustrating afternoon for the home crowd, isn't it?
Yeah, we need a goal. They want a goal as well, I think. But I think they could see Chris Eagles on his own down here, and nobody else could on that occasion. But I think a goal will do it. They'll get the crowd behind them then.
But it's Plymouth on the attack. Carl Duguid, we know what a good player he is. Looking for a 1-2 coming forward. He can play more or less anywhere, Duguid, but lost out on that occasion. Elliott touches it on here to Anderson, coming forward from fullback. Uses Blake. Blake trying to pick out Eagles. Eagles just offside for the minute. Blake had to wait, I think. It's touched on here to Anderson once more. Looking for Paterson. Come back to the keeper and Stack on his right foot. Thankfully for him, clears his lines. Better from Burnley. The Clarets will want to push on here and keep Argyle under pressure. a great record here, unbeaten in their last 13 against Plymouth. And we had that disastrous winless run under Steve Cottrell. It was Plymouth that came here and Burnley beat them 4-0. Had a won by Puncheon. I think Kalvenes will want that to go out of play. It's come off Puncheon anyway. It's going to be a throw right by the corner flag, down the left. Norwegian will just wait for support here. Needs players to offer. It's just Eagles at the minute. Alexander wants it. Gets it. Can he put a cross in here on his right peg? Goes short to McCann. McCann looking to get a 1-2 going, but Alexander will pick this up. Thought about taking it on. Back heel has given Eagles a lot to do, but he's won it and got caught there, did Eagles. The referee's got his card to hand. He's going to book Eagles, I think, here. I wasn't sure there. I thought that was 50-50 and both players going for the ball.
I did. Just spun away from both of them, didn't it? And they've both finished up on the floor. It's a booking for Chris Eagles. Don't agree with that one.
That was two players simply going for the ball who collided. I didn't see that as a malicious challenge, even in the slightest. Stephen Caldwell, I think, is being called now to the referee. Michael Oliver. Don't know what's happened here. Maybe it's a word out of turn. You'll see the captain's involved a lot more this season. Perhaps the referee's not happy with Chris Eagles' reaction. He looked like he applauded the referee after. And Michael Oliver was making it clear he won't stand any more of that. He's got to wait though for Stephen Caldwell to get back. We're ready to play on. Stack with the free kick, pumps it long. Keeper's coming for this and collects it. Carlisle was always happy that his keeper was behind him. Big kick looking for Paterson. This is where Burnley got their third. Certainly a foul here. And Seip pulling Paterson back. He's a bit fortunate not to go in the book there, Marcel Seip. Certainly was a dangerous situation. The third goal on Tuesday night came from something like that.
Yeah, definite free kick, was it? But no booking. It's not consistent, is it, from some of the referees? A booking for a bit of a tap from Eagles prior to that, and a definite free kick in front of him, and nothing given. But it's in a dangerous position, and Robbie Blake's on the pitch this time, Phil.
A nod here. It's just a word between Alexander and McCann. I think Chris McCann might hit this on his 100th league appearance. Just the way this is being lined up, Blake and Alexander on the ball. Eagles might be the decoy. I think McCann's going to hear this. It's just right hand side of centre. Chris McCann. No, it's going to be Robbie Blake, is it? It's got deflected, hooked away. That was the decoy, I think. McCann making the run from deep. It's a similar free kick to the one MacLean hit in the first half for Plymouth. Here's Alexander. Touches it back to Caldwell. That's behind Kalvenes. The crowd getting uneasy. And it's a throw to Plymouth. Just need to calm a little bit the crowd, don't they? They need action. I suppose they need goals like any other supporters.
You don't want to be getting on the back of the Burnley players. They want to get behind them, and let's make this a place that teams don't want to come and play at, purely because of the crowd and the team.
Chris McCann did well there, looking for Paterson, who just couldn't take the ball on the run. It's touched back to Stack, who's comfortable on his right-hand side and clears it. Anderson battles with Gallagher. Back inside for Anderson, coming forward. Gallagher having to come back, and that's a foul. And Gallagher will go in the book here. Chasing back. Again, I don't think it was anything malicious, to be fair to Gallagher. He just slid in, and the referee was going to take a name.
The referee, it's the first time I've done it, ref. Yeah.
Fair to the lad. I do wonder if those two bookings were needed.
Anderson likes going forward, and he looks the part when he does it. He certainly does.
By trade, but he's had a good game at right back. Up against a tricky opponent. Young referee Michael Oliver. I just wonder if he could have just eased off there and not booked either Eagles or Gallagher, but never mind. Free kick to Burnley, swung in, header wide of the target. Who's that come off? Burnley adamant it's a corner, goal kick given. Stack to take it. I guess the draw's a better result for Plymouth than Burnley.
It is, yeah. It's been a better second half than first. Just need the crowd to get behind the team and not get on the backs.
They are doing, to be fair, I think, now, Keith. There were one or two oohs and ahs, and Caldwell put that ball out of play. And to be fair, the skipper's had a solid game. Just one misplaced pass got the crowd a little bit uneasy. This is a chance here, though, coming forward for Summerfield, but he's dragged it well wide. Just attacking the cricket field standing where there's just a sprinkling of Plymouth fans. It opened up a little bit for him, but screwed it well wide, right-footed. I think there might be a change from the Plymouth dugout. We'll just wait and see what happens here. But Burnley goal kick, coming up to the hour mark. Burnley 0, Plymouth Argyle 0. Burnley need goals, need points. Eagles can't reach that one. Here's Puncheon up against Kalvenes, battling away, fouled his man. Oliver on hand to give the decision. Puncheon had got his body between Kalvenes and the ball. Anderson needs to be sharp here. Nice chest down. Very calm. Could have been a moment of panic, but he was well assured.
Yeah, he's had a great game, first game for Burnley, and looks like he might be a good acquisition for the Clarksville.
There were other clubs after Anderson's signature, and you sort of guessed Plymouth might have been one of them.
To sign him at the end of last season, did they? They couldn't get the cash together.
I'm sure that they'd have been interested. Paul Sturrockson and Myra. Ball forward here for Plymouth. Helped on in turn to Clarke. Clarke's looking to try and release the ball down towards Summerfield on this right-hand side. Caldwell thought about going back to his keeper. Jensen will have to be sharp. MacLean had closed that down, but plenty of time. Had a one here at the back by Plymouth. Carlisle will collect this. Thought about going over the top. He's looking wide for Elliott. He won't reach that. That'll be a throw to Plymouth. Trying to serve Elliott a little bit more, but he's not had the service he requires.
Not in the second half, no. Came into it a bit towards the end of the first half, but we need to get Wade Elliott involved, get the ball through to him, because he put some great crosses in for Burnley.
Yeah, he had a great game here against Plymouth last season. I think it was Hodges that played left back that day, and Elliott got past him on numerous occasions. 1-2 here. Burnley have done well on the far side with Elliott. Eagles not quite alert to the pass as it came through. Gallagher under pressure from Elliott, 11 on 11, and that'll be a throw to the Pilgrims. Bang on the halfway line. Burnley made that one change at half-time. I don't know the news on McDonald. Went off after 45 minutes. Blake on. More of a 4-4-1-1 formation now for the Clarets. And you wonder if Burnley just wanting to get forward a little bit more. There were chances in the first half. Carlisle just knocks that out of play. It's a throw to Plymouth, level with their own penalty area, with Burnley's penalty area, I should say, down the left-hand side, the Plymouth left. It's going to come back here to Barker once more. He's looking to get a 1-2 going maybe with Gallagher. Gallagher might turn and get a cross in. Nice fancy skills, but he's running to Wade Elliott. It's given us a free kick. I thought that was harsh against Elliott. He was almost running out of play there, Gallagher, wasn't he?
He was going for the free kick, wasn't he? In the end, he got it.
So,
outside.
To watch here, Krisztián, Timár, Marcel, Seip, MacLean in the middle as well. Everybody back for Burnley. A worrying moment here for the Clarets. Got some defending to do. Seip just in an offside position initially. The ball came in, found space. Burnley were a little bit slack at the back, but headed well wide in the end by Timár. He should have maybe done better. The angle was a little tight. Here's Krisztián Kalvenes with the ball. It's 0-0 here. Burnley need a confidence-building win in the league. It's gone back to Jensen. Left-footed clearance. Burnley lacking a big man at times up front. Sawyer and Karl will be having a look in the transfer market and the deadline before the deadline closes on Monday night. Good work here from Chris Eagles. Holding on to it in the centre circle. Didn't really have a lot of options. The crowd wanted him to release it. Wide here for Elliott. Here's Elliott once more. Take it on from Anderson. Nice turn from Elliott. He's done well. Skip past two, but the defender got back at him. Free kick it is. The original offence, I think the referee's bringing it back for. Alexander ready to take it. Looking for Blake. Edge of the box for Robbie Blake. Can't get away from his man. Good challenge from Marcel Seip. Ball forward, looking for MacLean. Header won by Carlisle. Here's Caldwell. Can bring this forward, I think, Caldwell. Uses Kalvenes. Kalvenes will give it him back here. McCann coming short to collect. Back to Caldwell. It's tidy from Burnley, but not really getting behind Plymouth at the minute. Ball forward, looking for Paterson. Tried to help it on to Eagles, who couldn't take the ball on the run, and Plymouth have nicked it again. MacLean just helps it on to Summerfield. Down this right-hand side. Numbers forward here at Plymouth, and Burnley have to be careful. It's a real chance. What a good challenge from Russell Anderson. Had to get the ball. I'll tell you what, that's as good a challenge as you'll see.
Class. Bit of class there, because that could have been a penalty. and it wasn't. Great challenge from Anderson.
Paterson caught here by Timár. There was a reaction from Paterson. And Paterson said, look, I got caught by the elbow here. The referee doesn't in the end want to work with the Hungarian, does he? He wants the Hungarian to come to him. And he was blatantly walking away, I think. In fact, he's going to speak to the pair of them. I think a handshake will just do here. Get on with the game. 20 minutes played in the second half. Russell Anderson, fantastic challenge, wasn't it? What, 18 yards from goal, had to get the ball. Great covering work. Just an indication of what Burnley have got with that signing. Kalvenes puts the ball in, looking for Carlisle. Can't win the header. Looked like there was a bit of holding on him, though. Eagles can't collect the loose ball. Good header won in the end by McCann, just helping his defence there. Anderson trying to chase. Here's Eagles. Nice turn. Gets away from one, but defenders onto him quickly now. Hopped on here towards Elliott. Chance maybe for McCann to have a shot. It's easily blocked. Elliott once more. Man on him. And Puncheon's nicked it off him. There were cries of man on. I don't think they got through to Wade Elliott quite early enough. Ball back inside here. This is dangerous with Gallagher. Touches it on to Clarke. And in turn here to Duguid. Getting numbers forward here, Plymouth. Certainly they're sprinkling of a crowd on that far side, getting interested. Ball in, header won by Anderson. Did well. It's up against a difficult opponent today, and that was another good header to clear his lines. Throw to Plymouth. Deep inside the Burnley half, down the Plymouth left. 0-0 it is. But Plymouth having a better spell here. Ball in, cross in there. Jensen will collect it. Easy take in his 6-yard box. Never looked troubled. Jensen, will he roll this out for Carlisle? He will. Carlisle will get the square again for Caldwell, Stephen Caldwell. On to Kalvenes. Coming up towards halfway through the second half. Kalvenes will get it back. Ball inside here for Paterson. Nice build-up play. Gets it back, Kalvenes. There's nobody in the middle. Was crying out for somebody in the middle. Blake will reach the ball. But Burnley needs somebody in the 6-yard box there. Paterson had played a part in the build-up. Crossing looking for Kalvenes. He won't reach that. Super move from Burnley. Great play from Kalvenes, but nobody in the middle.
Nobody there. I think we're going to be seeing Akinbiyi in a couple of minutes. He's just getting ready over there. But yeah, great play there from Burnley. Good ball, but just wanted somebody on the end of that cross. Nice cross. You'd die for a cross like that, Phil, if you're a centre forward, wouldn't you?
Yeah, we're going to see youngster Craig Noone. He's replacing poor Gallagher. Leaves the field of play, having only joined up with his teammates this morning. And Craig Noone at 20, a roofer by trade, signed from Southport, makes his way on to the field of play. Throw to Plymouth, deep inside their own half, down their right-hand side. Duguid with the clearance. Header won here by Caldwell under pressure. Puncheon pumps it forward. Anderson to it first, heads it back to Carlisle. Goes back to the keeper, Jensen. 0-0, remember, last Saturday. Burnley had a clean sheet on Tuesday night. So defensively going better for Burnley. Blake was being held down there. Don't know why Timár thought he had to do that, because he was going to win the header, come what may. And he was just pushing down on Robbie Blake. Chance for Burnley here, free kick. Well, you'd suggest a little bit too far away from goal for Robbie Blake to bend it in. But he's got Carlisle and Caldwell coming forward. Eagles maybe will just want that one just knocked in short for him. Let's see what Blake does here. Is he likely to cross it? I think he will. Puts it in. Flick on from Paterson onto the roof of the net. And that'll be a goal kick. Did Blake thought there was a touch from a defender? I don't think so. And it'll be a goal kick to Graham Stack and Plymouth Argyle. That breaks a worry, isn't it? A 2-week international break. You don't want to go into it without a win in the league.
You don't want to be sat looking at the league table with us down at the bottom there. You want to be up mid-table. Better reading then, isn't it? And you can enjoy the 2-week break. But just one goal going to do it today, Phil, I think. I hope it goes our way.
Yeah. Does look like there might be another change for Plymouth shortly. They've got a throw in just in front of their dugout. So inside the Burnley half, down the Plymouth left. Clarke gets it back to Barker. That's an audacious ball from him. He's given Timár a lot to do. Went behind him, but gets there. Here's Duguid. Ball inside from him. Blake spotted this one. It's good work from Blake. Eagles on here behind Blake from Paterson. Too much, a little bit too much from Burnley at times going forward. The simple pass maybe is the better pass, isn't it?
Yeah. But it didn't just work out there, did it? If it had done, it might have been clean through there, but it was one of those where the opposing team just got the benefit of the run of the ball.
Here's Krisztián Kalvenes with the throw. It's going to look long, I think, towards Blake. Blake battling away to keep. It was being fouled by Karl Duguid, who couldn't believe the decision went against him. So 20 minutes left in this. It's goalless. Not really what either side needs. Carlisle looking to get the ball forward for Paterson, giving him a lot to do. Seip's across to deal with it. That'll be a throw to Burnley. Akinbiyi's coming on, I think. Just need more firepower up front, perhaps, Burnley. Knowing Karl's going to introduce Akinbiyi. It's his 100th league appearance for Burnley against Ipswich the other week. He's got a decent scoring record, and it's Elliott that makes way. So it'll be interesting to see how Burnley just line this one up. Akinbiyi for Elliott, and Blake will go wide, I think. It'll be Blake and Eagles wide, Akinbiyi and Paterson through the middle. And had a fantastic game against Plymouth last year, where I bet they can't believe it's gone off. Not quite in the game to that extent today. Here's Kalvenes, ball forward, looking for Akinbiyi. Can't win the header with Seip. Touch back by Barker to Stack. Stack right-footed and away. So just pushing Robbie Blake back into the midfield. Akinbiyi up front alongside Paterson. Burnley definitely going for it. The intent's there, without a shadow of a doubt. Here's Alexander. Legs still working. 37 in October and still play midfield. Ball forward again. Paterson trying to touch it on. McCann wins the header. Paterson trying to get to the next ball. McCann pulled out of the shot. I think the referee's thinking of blowing there. Chance for Paterson to get a cross in. He has done. It's not a bad ball. It's just behind McCann, unfortunately. Maybe it'd have been better if left for Blake. Good stuff from Burnley. More pressure here. Here's Eagles. Ran into Puncheon. And that'll be a throw. Quite how Puncheon can claim it's his ball, I don't know. Throw to Burnley. Caldwell to take it. Goes inside for Carlisle. Fallon's gone up front. It is still a five-man midfield for the visitors. Back with Carlisle. Here's Kalvenes. It's a league-on debut for Burnley. He's in trouble. Kalvenes has got a problem. Just as he touched that ball back, he signalled to the referee.
As well, Phil, for Burnley. He's pulled something there, hasn't he?
Change with what we've just seen there. They'll want a signal before they make the change, I guess. Drink for Robbie Blake. Yeah,
well, hasn't he, for the Clarets? Great this afternoon. It looks like he's pulled something there, left leg.
Alexander could go to left back. Whether Burnley were making the change already or not, I'm not sure. Alexander could go to left back, and he is doing, with Jensen in the middle with McCann. It's had a good game, Kalvenes, and that's a shame. That's a shame. Walking a bit more freer now. Just as he touched that ball back, he felt something just twinge. Let's hope it's nothing serious. He looks a lot better now. With Jensen on. The ball was kicked out, so I think Craig Fallon will throw this back to Brian Jensen. Gets applause from the crowd. Jensen just on to Carlisle. Just outside the final 15 minutes now. Burnley have battled and battled and battled, but can't break Plymouth down. Here's Carlisle. Is there a goal left in the game? Is it forward? Akinbiyi just shrugged his man off. Seen as a foul by the linesman. Akinbiyi not pleased or impressed with the official. Here's Timár. Plymouth a much better side with Timár in their back line. Helped on towards Puncheon down this right-hand side. Nearly joined Leeds last season, I remember. Duguid will get this away left-footed. Header won by McCann. I think it's McCann actually that's gone to left back. Just have a look at that in a minute. Caldwell will touch this back to his keeper. No, I think Alexander's at left back. McCann just dropping back from midfield at that point. It's Kalvenes that's getting a round of applause as he enters the tunnel. He'll be close to the man of the match, I would imagine, today. Here's Alexander. Nice ball, finds Paterson. On to Eagles. Eagles trying to touch it on. Needs to try and win the next ball, Eagles. Burnley have used all their substitutions now, of course. Alexander foot high. As Puncheon and Alexander went for the ball, and Puncheon quite rightly says, well, I've got the ball. Why have you blown? I think maybe the referee reacted a little early there. Free kick to Plymouth. They'll be much happier with the scoreline than Burnley. Kick from Timár, looking for Fallon, who's dangerous in the air. Flicked it on, but fouled Carlisle, and that'll be a free kick. I mean, the last week's been a little bit different, hasn't it? The draw at Palace, I know they were down to 9 men in the second half. They went over Oldham. It does look like the defence is playing better, touch wood. Yeah,
it does. Just need a bit of luck up front and a few goals, and we'll be back in business, Phil.
Alexander at left back now. Akinbiyi, flick on, finds Paterson, running his man. Runs into trouble, just going to find it wide here for Eagles. Down this left-hand side now, Chris Eagles. Needs to get a crossing, dummies it twice. Puts the ball in, Paterson trying to flick it on. Didn't get any leverage on it. Puncheon caught in possession, well by Alexander. Helped on towards Paterson. I think Alexander thought he was fouled, and he had a point. Cleared here by Puncheon. Caldwell to it first, did well. Nice and tidy. Here's Guðjónsson. Waits for Akinbiyi to get onside. He won't reach this though. They'll keep it in play just. Needs support. Blake coming to him. Puts the ball in. Akinbiyi. Not a bad ball, you know. Headed away. That'll be a corner. Or does it come off Eagles? I thought Clarke had won the header. Maybe headed it against Eagles for a goal kick. Burnley need something just a little bit special to change the game.
Something slightly different, and they can nick this afternoon. It's there for the taking, Phil. But it's there for Plymouth as well, isn't it? So we've got to be careful. Keep tabs on them at the back. But Burnley have had, I'd say, the far better chances in this second half.
Yeah, interesting game. Caldwell wins the header. Got there ahead of Fallon. Timár skies this one. So it'll be a throw to Burnley. Alexander wants the spare ball and wants it quick because McCann's on a run here. Won't reach it though, McCann. Cross came Timár, who's been Plymouth's best player for me. Taken by Alexander. Gets it back on his right side. Uses Eagles, given away by Eagles. Duguid just takes his time. That's well won back by Paterson. Deemed illegally. I thought Paterson won that ball. Needs to be careful. Showed dissent after the decision. But that's surely about working hard and getting the ball back.
Shoulder charge, wasn't it? Good old-fashioned shoulder charge there. Knocked him off the ball and got the ball. Nothing wrong with that one, but it's a free kick for Plymouth. Been a lot of free kicks in the game. It really has.
Short game, that hasn't helped. Two sides that are just struggling a little bit in the league at the moment. Carlisle will jump here with Fallon. It's gone wide towards Noone, the youngster who's signed from Southport. Get a ball in here. It's dangerous towards the far post for Puncheon to win the header, but it's easy enough for Jensen. I'd imagine Alexander's run a hard game today. Big kick from Jensen. He's got this kicking sorted out now, I think. Header back by Timár, and the keeper just gets there in the nick of time. Got a good kick on him there, Jensen, didn't he?
He did, yeah. I've got it down. 15 free kicks for Burnley, 13 for Plymouth in this match, which is not good, Phil, is it? Not for the fans.
It's a kick free kick every 3 minutes, which doesn't help the game anyway at all. Don't think Eagles will keep that in. That'll be a throw to Plymouth. 11 minutes left. Burnley have made all the changes they can. Guðjónsson, the last substitute to come on for Krisztián Kalvenes. Chance for Seip just to clear his lines here. Finds Duguid on in turn for Walton. Walton looking early for Noone. They're impressed with this lad at Plymouth. They couldn't just keep it in play. That'll be a throw to Burnley. It's gone inside for Clarke Carlisle. Fallon will turn and chase. Remember the back four now. Anderson at right back. Alexander at left back. Caldwell and Carlisle in the middle. Here's Carlisle once more. To just look for that ball through the middle, I think. Paterson to take it down. Needs support. Dispossessed. Thought he was fouled, but nothing given. That long ball from Plymouth will go all the way through to Brian Jensen. Here's Caldwell once more. Just over 10 minutes left in this one. Burnley 0, Plymouth 0. Here's McCann. Gets it wide for Anderson. Anderson looking to take his man on, which is not wise necessarily in your own half, but he's battled back against Noone. committed the foul. One or two appeals from the Plymouth bench, I think, might have just influenced the referee a tad there. Free kick, and this could be dangerous. Down the left-hand side, we've got 50 yards from goal, but Timár will come forward, Seip will come forward, Fallon in there as well. Everybody back for Burnley. A worrying moment for the Clarets. Free kick to swing in from the left-hand side. It has gone in deep. There's numbers there. Fallon can't win the header under pressure from Caldwell. It's gone behind for a goal kick. There's times I don't think Plymouth have been that keen in pushing forward. Ball forward from Guðjónsson. Easily won by Barker. Done well here is Blake. Wins himself a throw. Need a bit of magic here, Burnley. Plymouth lads on the bench, not too keen to give the ball back. Referee needs to be adding a little bit of time on here. There's been plenty of substitutions. Here's Caldwell once more. It's going to be a late goal that wins it for either side, I think. Caldwell, good progress from the skipper. Fallon comes to him, helps it on. Here's Blake. What can Blake do here? Got the ball trapped, helps it on to Caldwell. Can he get a ball in? Looking for Akinbiyi. Cover from Seip. Clears his lines. The skipper just trying to push the team forward there, and he did well.
Great run from Caldwell, yeah. Started in his own half, finished up in the 18-yard box there. Great play from himself and Robbie Blake involved as well in the middle.
Just got trapped the ball for a moment with Robbie Blake. He wondered if he was in shooting distance and couldn't get it from under his feet. Eagles collects this throw. Needs to try and get a ball in. He's done well. It's away though. It's cleared from Noone. Carlisle. A bit of afters on that far side. Given away though by Carlisle. There's a problem here. The linesman's seen something.
Chris Eagles lashed out, Phil, on his way past the fullback. Yeah, the linesman spotted it straight away. Oh yeah, it was. Yeah.
And there was a bit of afterthought, I think. The referee stopped play with the ball in motion. He has. Yeah, he's in trouble here, Chris Eagles. Already booked. He's certainly been called to the referee. His card, straight red. It's a straight red. That's 3 games for Chris Eagles. We didn't see the second yellow. It was on the linesman's advice. He didn't get the free kick on the far side. Eagles reacted. I didn't see the incident. And he's got a straight red. And Eagles needs to get off the field of play, I'm afraid. It's been a frustrating afternoon for him. Didn't see the incident. You thought he lashed out, though?
Yeah, he definitely lashed out as the fullback was walking past him, but he was fouled prior to that, and he didn't get the decision. But a bit of frustration from Chris Eagles, and unfortunately the linesman spotted it.
I'd be surprised if there's a change here for Plymouth. If they brought another forward on here. Straight red. I emphasise straight red for Chris Eagles. He had been booked previously, but it's a 3-game ban. He'll miss the games against Forest, Blackpool and Swansea. Jensen will kick this off the floor. Certainly looked like he was fouled. It wasn't given, and obviously he's reacted. Akinbiyi trying to flick it up, and this will be easy for the keeper. Stack.
Man of the match, Phil.
Just nipped it to Kalvenes, who I thought had a good game. But this is just a worry now for Burnley. I sense Plymouth might just think that they have a chance here to open up and go for the game a little bit more. Down the right-hand side for Puncheon. Burnley need to be strong here and make sure they don't lose the point. Puncheon gets a ball in, cut out by Caldwell, who's had a fine game this afternoon. It's going to be a throw. It's come back inside once more for Walton. He picks out Duguid. Chance here for Duguid to get a ball, and it's a great cross. It's headed over the target. I think it was Noone with the header, but Anderson under pressure headed over the bar. We are going to see a change. Let's just see what happens here. It's Paterson coming on. Let's see who he replaces. 0-0 it is, just over 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
Not
that at the end of the game. Bit of frustration from Chris Eagles. He played a great ball prior to that, you know, and then got fouled, but the referee and the linesman missed that, and he just lashed out. He didn't connect with the player, but you've got to be careful, and the linesman unfortunately spotted it.
Well, that was a foul by Timár and Akinbiyi. He seemed to have his hands on his head Paterson battling away. The free kick has gone Burnley's way eventually. 5 minutes left. 0-0 it is, but Burnley down to 10 men. We had 9 against 11 last week. Battled on for a point, did Palace. Here's Alexander. Crowded penalty box. Burnley throw men forward here. Clips it in there. He's looking for the head of Carlisle, but it's comfortably away. And this could be a problem for Burnley because it's 3-on-3 as Puncheon breaks. He's got Noone available. What a good challenge from Alexander. Slip, unfortunately, from McCann. Allows Plymouth to bomb on again. There's men in the middle. Paterson's creaming out for it if Noone can find him. Anderson just held on to him. That was good, experienced defending. It's a corner, the first of the second half. But it was well done, wasn't it, to Anderson, because Paterson was free in the middle. Yeah,
at one stage there, they had two players in the middle there free, but yeah, nice play. He's had a good game as Anderson on that full-back position, and it's a corner on the far side, as you said, rightly said. First one of the second half for Plymouth, which says a lot, Phil.
Yeah, definitely, yep. Corner for Plymouth, swung and it's gone in deep. Can't reach that one. Might just keep it in play. It's going to be a throw to Burnley rather than a goal kick.
We've had a corner Burnley second half, you know.
First corner of the second half. And Owen Carl will be disappointed. Plenty of opportunities in the first half. Not so really second. Chris McCann will just touch that back to Alexander, who's shown his versatility by slipping in at left back. Here's Duguid. Players have got to be careful. Any sort of reaction can be a sending off offence.
Well, yeah, you've got to be careful. You can't be lashing out. You know, this day and age, there's that many cameras and linesmen and fourth officials and things like that, but you don't do it. But when you do, you get penalised. Unfortunately, he's gone because he'd been booked first half. Really, not for much of a challenge, to be honest, first half, Phil.
Straight red, though, so, you know, it is a 3-game ban. Anyway, Plymouth on the attack. Duguid crying out for it down this right-hand side. Here's Timár. Again back here once more to Walton. Plymouth having a lot of possession here late in the game. 3 minutes to play here. Ball in, looking towards Paterson. Wins the header. It's come off Paterson. Well wide of the target. Goal kick Burnley. That means all of a sudden, with that man light, Burnley aren't as attacking, are they?
And we need 3 points from this game today, because just need that nudge to get us away from that bottom 4 or 5 places in the division. We don't want to be down there. We're better than that.
Definitely, you can get trapped there. It's 3 points that get you away. Well done, Paterson won the header, but Timár, easy clearance. Alexander wins the next ball. McCann in trouble, loses out to Puncheon. Again, Plymouth showing men forward now. Puncheon will just try and help that on. What a good challenge from Anderson to win it. McCann helps it on nicely for Blake. Akinbiyi through the middle. What can he do here? He needs support. He's got it from Paterson wide left. Uses him. Blake will get in the middle here. Paterson needs to get a quality ball in here. Let's see what he can do. He's looking to take the defender on. Opens up for him. It's blocked. Had the shot. Maybe that was Burnley's opportunity at the end. Opened up for him all of a sudden. Everybody was expecting the cross. And it was Martin Paterson with the shot blocked. Break here for the visitors. Again, look to try and get a ball in. Had Fallon and Jim Paterson in the middle. Got a throw here though. It's back with Walton. Touches it. I'll try and get a cross in perhaps here. Burnley need to watch it here. Noone's got away from one. That's a foul. Even though I thought Anderson got something on the ball. It's Guðjónsson in fact. I thought he got something on the ball. Free kick, dangerous spot. 30 yards from goal, left of centre, and Burnley have got to defend this well.
Yeah, we've got to keep it out. It's not long to go, last couple of minutes and plus injury time, but we don't want to be giving a goal away at this stage.
It's clipped in, headed away by Burnley. It's going to come back though to Puncheon. He's got it wide for Walton. Might fancy a crack here, Walton. Hit it well, but well wide of the target. Puts his hands on his head, thinking maybe that was an opportunity. The crowd want Jensen to get on with it. But I think Burnley now have settled for the draw. Down to 10 men. There's some tired legs out there. Paterson just having to play between midfield and attack. Blake likewise. Kick though through the middle from Jensen. Akinbiyi with a good flick. Guðjónsson won't reach it. Cleared by Seip. Burnley need to try and win the ball on that far side. Noone helps it on and helps it out of play. That'll be a Burnley throw. Carlisle takes it quickly. Finds Caldwell. Caldwell will have a look up. Paterson's made a run down to the left channel, uses Alexander on quickly here for Paterson. Paterson needs to try and turn and chase. Here's McCann. Nice work from McCann. Can he get a cross in here? He's looking for Akinbiyi. It's hit the defender, Simon Walton. We're in time added on. Burnley looking to get a ball in here. It's 3 minutes, I think, of time added on. Here's McCann. Digs out across. It's a good ball. Looking towards Anderson. Somehow Plymouth, a sea of bodies, got it away. Guðjónsson for Anderson. Anderson's done well there. That's a free kick. Chance for Burnley to get a ball in here. And I thought there were afters there as well, with Anderson on the floor. Free kick for the Clarets. Up comes Carlisle and Caldwell. Again, tired legs. Burnley want to just try and make this an opportunity. Plenty in the middle. Blake with it, swings it in. It's bouncing around in there now. It's headed away. And Puncheon will help it on. Here's Alexander. Might look for the early ball here. It's a real old-fashioned up and under. Carlisle's onside. He's OK. Couldn't win the header. For tired legs. Paterson wins the next ball. Plymouth wanted the keeper to come and collect. He wouldn't. They've got the ball out somehow. Here's Noone. What a good challenge from Anderson. He's had a good debut. Here's McCann in injury time here. What can he do? Might fancy a crack perhaps. He needs support. He's been fouled here. It's a free kick to Burnley. Plymouth are giving away the free kicks late in the game. Burnley need to take the time with this one. Maybe Robbie Blake might fancy a crack from here. Thought about a quick one. Needs to get the wall back, the referee. Cries have come on Burnley. At least Burnley finishing the game on the up.
Yeah, they are, and they can't get behind them. We just want that bit of luck. We haven't had it this afternoon. We need it. Even Jensen's coming up, the beast. Let's get it in the back of that net, Phil, in the last minute. Let's get
to circle only, I hasten to add. Wanted to pass some instructions on. It's going to be Guðjónsson, I think, to hit this. Now he needs to keep one down. He can absolutely belt a ball. Let's see what he can do here. Needs to get this down. He's hit it well. Oh, just over the bar. And I think he saved it. I think Stack got a touch on. Plymouth are not happy. Guðjónsson, a fantastic free kick right at the death. Touched over. Corner Burnley, first of the second half. The referee not happy with the dissent that was shown after the decision was given. And he's having a word with Duguid. Not taking any names, but they all crowded the referee immediately. He gave it. Pushing in the middle is that Anderson not happy. Swung in towards the near post. Headed over behind, is it? No, it's called for Burnley player. And that'll be a goal kick. And again, Plymouth crowd the referee. I think that might be the last action of the game. It was.
Guðjónsson there. He must have touched it, but it was close, that. And a corner, nothing came from the corner. It was headed over, but ooh, that was very, very close on the 90th minute.
Yeah. I think there's just time for the goal kick. Not much more. Taken by Stack. Referee has another look at his watch. Flicked on by Fallon. It must have come off Caldwell. It's a Plymouth throw. We're bang on the 3 minutes of added time. 0-0 it is. Perhaps Guðjónsson, that last chance of the game. Remember the first half, Gallagher maybe should have scored. It's a free kick, surprisingly. Everybody come forward for Plymouth. We don't really have time for this. Ball put in. We've played 3 minutes plus. Anderson wins the header. It's gone out for a throw-in, and that should be the last action of this game. Has another look at his watch. Young Michael Oliver. Young man in the big world. He's just letting play go on a little here, but he's blown the whistle. It's 0-0. Burnley 0, Plymouth 0. Best chances for Burnley in that second half came in the last couple of minutes. Paterson, after a long run, he had men in the middle. It opened up for him, had a shot, blocked by the defender. And then in injury time, Guðjónsson with the free kick, touched over. And really Burnley's chance of 3 points are gone. Chris Eagles sent off in that second half. Reacted when he wasn't given a free kick, right on that far side by the corner flag.